What's up, everybody? Hey, this is Phil from Walmart Right Lane Trucking coming at you. It is Friday. Freaky Friday. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. You got your fill of turkey, steak, prime rib, lamb, ham, whatever you had. I'm sure it was tasty. Me personally, I spent all day in the kitchen cooking for the family. I do it every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. So I went a little overboard this time around. I went shopping and I couldn't resist getting 2 turkeys and a ham. No, I'm not feeding an army. But got the ham and the turkey, cooked them, all the fixings, some sweet potatoes, some green beans with some bacon that I grilled up, fried up first, and then basically grilled the green beans in the bacon grease. Yeah, it's fattening, but hey, it was tasty. And then mashed potatoes, yams, stuffing, biscuits and gravy. It's beautiful. But getting hungry again all over again. So yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving, and we had my wife's sister over with her significant other and another family member, and two of our kids were able to make it. The rest of them are pretty much out of town. So we got one in Pennsylvania, one in Australia, one in Germany, and the other one went to his significant other's mother's house. So we'll get them all together one day for something. So my day. It was kind of busy. It wasn't horrible. I came in and had a load right from the start with 2 stores. One for Citrus Heights, and the other store was in Rancho Cordova. Both of these stores I've been to before, so I'm familiar with the stores. Not an issue there. And one had only 7 pallets, the other one had 21 pallets. I was looking for them to be more even, because coming back from Thanksgiving, Walmarts were closed on Thursday, so I figured they'd be more even across and distributing it, but no. One had 7, one had 21. Now, the 7 wasn't bad. I got there and another Walmart driver was there with his remix, believe it or not. I had remix as well. So they broke up the remix for that store into 2 different trailers. So that's why I think it was probably a little more even if you want to look at it from that perspective. And then the other store, once I got in and got unloaded with the 7 pallets, I went over to the other store. Once I got there, we had a meat and produce guy already in there, actually a carrier. And so he was in there, and they were just starting on him. So he must have just beat me there. Otherwise, I would have been in and out of there a little bit faster. I don't know how much faster, but I would have been in there and out of there a little bit faster. When I put in my ETD, got on road, they dispatched me the rest of my legs. So I guess they were trying to see how long it was going to take me, or how long I thought it was going to take me to do those 2 stores before sending me the rest of my dispatch. So the rest of the dispatch, they sent me over to Nestle Water, and that is in the Sacramento Rancho Cordova area as well. So it was pretty close. It was about 9 miles away. There's 2 ways to go that route. I could have gone down Folsom and just taken Folsom to where I needed to go. But I decided, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and follow the instructions, because the instructions have me getting back on to Business 50 and then going down to Howe and Power Line Road and then getting off there. I've been to Nestle Water several times, so I'm very familiar with the process. The biggest thing is making sure I have a safety vest. So Walmart does not require us to wear safety vests, which I'm not complaining about whatsoever. I have no problem wearing the safety vest, but Walmart doesn't require it. But when you go to Nestle Water, they require you to wear a safety vest when you're in the yard. So you actually supposed to have it on before you even pull in the gate. So when you ring that bell, you're supposed to have your safety vest on and everything else. Got the water, got over to McCarran with the water. That's where they were having me take the water, of course. And on the way there, I didn't get any dispatch. And then finally, I think as I was pulling in or close to the building, I think I was really close to the building when the dispatch went off. And so it went off, and I had a load going to Salinas, 2 stores in Salinas and 1 store in Marina. I was able to see John. I haven't seen him in person since, wow, a couple months now, or a month at least, month and a half, somewhere around there, where him and I passed each other at McCarran. This time we were both trying to get our paperwork in there, so it was great seeing you today, John. But a lot of drivers were in there. Now, one thing you got to be careful of, because I was in a hurry. I wanted to get out of there, and I set my ETD as I was going through the depart menu. Normally I click on it before I click on depart and set it. This time I didn't, and it automatically defaulted for today, even though this is a long load. So I put everything in, but didn't check and change the date that I'd be ready for my next load. So I started going down the road, and sure enough, I got a dispatch. And I'm thinking, oh, I didn't change the date. It's very important, guys. Make sure you change the date, because they redispatched me, even though I've already departed with a load. And there's no way I can get that other load going to Lincoln, Carmichael, and somewhere else over there. There's no way I was going to be able to get that load, because I was already on road with my load. So make sure you're checking the date. So I got that cleared up, I thought, and then I stopped just before Boomtown is where I stopped to make the phone call. And the reason I had to stop is because I had to actually dial the number. I don't have the Rock's number pre-programmed in there, so I actually had to dial the numbers in order to call them. And then got that cleared up. I thought I adjusted my ETD, I thought, and then, which I did, but I got going, and I got past the agriculture, and I'm going up over the summit, down the summit, and I'm getting close to Nyack, and I get another dispatch. Again, due tomorrow. Well, I'm not going to be there to get that load. So I had to make another phone call back to them and say, hey, look, this is the second dispatch I've gotten since I've already been under this load. Can you put a note in there that I am busy? I am 500 plus miles away from coming back. So there's no way I can get that load by tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. So they took that off, and I guess sent out a mass message on the messenger system of theirs to disregard that ETD that I initially had in there. I guess it was still showing up. So that's why they just kept trying to dispatch me. But I got out of there and I made it 450 miles today. I had 9 activities, and I am currently in Patterson, California, and overnighting here. And then I'm about 90-ish miles away from my first store for tomorrow. So that'd be good. Deliver those 3 stores, which the 2 Salinas stores are only like 4 or 5 miles apart, and then Marina is from that second Salinas store is maybe 10-15 miles away. So I should be able to knock those out pretty quickly and then head back to McCarran and see what else they can give me for tomorrow. Tomorrow being Saturday. Now, what I want to talk about tonight is protecting your CDL. And when I say that, protecting your CDL, I was talking to a young man today, and I say young man because he's younger than any of my children. And he was driving for the other carrier company that was there at that second store today. And I won't name the carrier, and I don't think I even got the gentleman's name. But him and I were just talking about Walmart, and at that point I asked him how long he's been driving, and he said just about a year, almost a year now. And he said he's 21, almost 22. I'm trying to do the math. Anyway, he's already had a few accidents. Yeah. So what we do requires us to have this CDL. We keep having accidents, we lose our ability to have a CDL, right guys? So you got to be careful at all times, and you got to be careful that you're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize your ability to make money, whether that's here at Walmart or anywhere else, and you have your CDL. A CDL license, you could pretty much work anywhere here in the United States, as long as it's an interstate license, right? You can work for any mega carrier, you can work for any local carriers, you can work agriculture, you can work construction, you can do heavy lift, flatbed, you can do tanker, as long as you have the proper endorsements. And you can work anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about a CDL. But when you start making bad decisions and taking risks, taking chances, you're risking that ability to be able to do it, because they will take that thing away from you. Now also keep in mind that even what you do when you're not in a commercial vehicle can affect your CDL. Such as, the points are doubled. If you're drinking and driving in your personal car, that can affect your CDL. So you've got to be very careful not to put yourself in a position that you're going to be drinking and driving. You shouldn't be doing that anyway, but you should be putting yourself in a better position. If you're going to have a night out, have a designated driver that's not drinking. Take an Uber or Lyft or anything else that'll get you around. There's no reason to be drinking and driving in today's society. Ubers are not that expensive. Lyft is not that expensive. It's a lot cheaper than that ticket or the loss of your career because you got a DUI. So make sure you're protecting that CDL at all times. That's what I do. I don't drink very often, but when I do, it's usually at home. I don't go out partying. I'm past that. I'm not saying that if I went to a game or something like that, I wouldn't have a beer or two. But I'm going to make sure I'm sober before I leave. So that's what I'm that's my topic for tonight. Just take care of your CDL and everything else. All right, everyone. Hey, it's a shameless plug time. If you're looking for Walmart, you're looking at this, you're looking at possibly coming to Walmart, I'm enjoying my time here. I continue to enjoy my time here. I just came back from 3 days off and had the holiday off. The good thing about it is, even if I hadn't been scheduled off for Thanksgiving, Walmart, all the stores were closed, right? They closed down for the stores, so all the associates got the day off. Now, if we were driving, say, Wednesday into Thursday, they would route us back to our domicile so we can get in our personal car and go home and have a Thanksgiving and then just report back in the morning for your rest of your week. Now, if Thursday was your go-home day, they'll get you there early enough so that you can go home and still have turkey, or spend the holiday with your family. So I think that's a really cool thing, guys. So if you really, if that's important to you, spending some home time on Thanksgiving and being thankful for the things that you got, that's one thing Walmart takes care of. Now with me, I just got lucky. My schedule, the way the rotation was, I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. Perfect. Come back to work on Friday. As it works out, as long as I don't jump ship off of this schedule that I have right now, going into Christmas, I'm going to have 3 days going into Christmas as well. So 2 days before Christmas and then Christmas Day. And then I'll also end up having New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. It's just the way it worked out for me for this year. So I got extremely lucky with that, in the sense that I didn't have to ask for any PTO time. And I don't think I would have got it anyway because I'm not high enough on the seniority list. So it worked out that I'm off on those days. And no, I did not extend into my 3 days off like I normally would, because it was going into a holiday weekend. I could have, but I just didn't want to. The Christmas one, I probably won't extend into that one either. I might, it just depends on where I'm at come Christmas time. But anyway, I'm gonna put my number, my driver number, up here so you guys can give it a ring and put that on the application, guys. It'll help me. It also help you get moved up the ladder in the application process. And yes, we are still hiring. So just because it's the holidays doesn't mean we're not gonna hire. So give us a shot. All right, guys, take care. Be safe.